What is BitcoinCash? BitcoinCash is a cryptocurrency. Is a fork from like Bitcoin Classic and it was created in August 2017. Let's see how the script works. Okay, we have the intro, which is basically this page. Then we have the first example, right? First example, it uses this function, which is part of the API functions. It uses this function. Please ensure that when you're trying to use this function, you have actually created like the permissions for it in the API permissions. So this is the amount, which is equivalent to $50. This is the thing to use, BitcoinCash wallet address to use, and then this is the amount to send, and then this is driven by an API, by IPN, which sends like responses or notification to the server. Then we have CP rates, which is coin payment rates. It's yet another function that you can use to see which of your cryptos or fiat currencies are available or under maintenance or offline. So as you can see, some are offline like this. This is GBytes, okay, and then game is online. So your Doges, they are online. So your NXS is under maintenance, so you can take a look at that. So example 2 uses create simple transaction, which doesn't require as much input parameters when you're creating it, right? So you can get that. So this creates simple, okay, it uses this one. So for you to use this function, or the first one, you need to make sure that get text in like TXN info is been enabled into your API keys, because we are using that for this. So actually keep checking whether the status has changed or whatever. So that will simplify your life. This is the second example. This is the response that you get from the server when you make a call. So you get all these attributes, like all these formats, so the amount or TXN number, the address, which you then see here, confirmations needed, the string, then the status URL is like the status of the payment that you've just created. So you can also send through an invoice number or all of those things. But then for an image, you can just use this. So this is the same image that we used here. So this API simplifies life, because in most cases you might have to use the Google Charts one to create a QR code, but then this one just simplifies it. It sends through the QR code for you, and then everything is simple. Alright, so those are just the examples. So if you go back to the introduction, BitcoinCash, so you're receiving payments. Please note, this is not a WordPress plugin. It is not a WordPress plugin. I cannot emphasize that enough. It is not a WordPress plugin. So if you're thinking of adding it to WordPress, you might have to take this and convert it and change it to your own understanding of WordPress, right? Yeah, that's just about it. So you use this. So first example, so we do that, we take this, just an example of how one can process payments. So you go to send, you paste the address, so you come back here, you come back here, this is the amount, so that's the amount you want to send. Alright, so you minimize that, that's what you paste here, you send. Okay, the payment has been sent. Right, so I'm left with this amount, so minimize. So waiting for buyer funds is like the status that you see. It will keep changing. So waiting for buyer funds. what I've realized, like the CoinPayments is not the quickest, but then it gets the job done. And then with the merchant fee of 0.05% for each and every transaction, I think it's something that you can just use, and then it doesn't require much from you. Like it doesn't require as much stress, like when you need like verifications to your API key, to your API keys and whatsoever. So what I then did was then I created another function which I'm using it to check, like since everything here is not database driven. So what I just check using this to see like the status, to actually know what the status is. So if you can say waiting for buyer funds, I've sent through the funds, but then we're still waiting at like at least three confirmations for everything to be updated. I think in a few seconds it should change, but then you can see how everything works. So we can just keep refreshing here up until you see the change. However, in your own server, everything needs to be handled via the IPN confirmations. So this, we just refreshed it, so we lost that since these things are not database driven. To create an account, you just have to click here. So this actually takes you to CoinPayments, and then you create an account with them. And yeah, that's about it. Excuse me. Thank you for watching. It's been fun.